Okay, so today we have Blue by Nirvana, and out of all the Nirvana albums, Bleach is probably the one I don't know as much about. This is, of course, their first album, so I wanted to do a song from this one. Again, a song that I've never heard, and I said, why not Blue? So this was the opener on that album. Of course, Kurt Cobain's death anniversary just passed by, so I wanted to do something about that. So let's get into it, talk about it after. Let's go. My goodness. Good Lord. That's a bass line. Old Chad Channing at the end there, good Lord. All right, so my goodness, Blue by Nirvana here. And, less than 3 minutes for this track, which, kind of fits in with what Nirvana was doing at this point in their career, starting up. And just, from the get-go, obviously with Chris Novoselic's bass line here, it's so doomy, if that's a word, it's very doom like whatever. It's just it makes you think of everything negative in the world or something. There's just such a darkness to it, and it's so big and it's just so loud. From the opening, it almost reminds me, as a grunge fan, and as a fan of Alice in Chains, I think of a song like "Rain When I Die" and that bass line that starts that song off. So here again, that just comes to mind, and just again how it starts off the song to really set the tone. And as well, it kind of fits in because Kurt's voice here, his screaming at points there, and with his anger, I would say. This is such an angry song. It sounds so. It's a revealing song, obviously, too, when you talk about what he seems to be talking about with his lyrics here, talking about not reaching your full potential when you probably could, or whatever, just kind of staying in one spot, being stuck in a way, and not wanting to do more to reach your potential, or you could do anything, as he says at the end there. But but again, we'll get the lyrics soon. But I didn't really expect to hear such a great kind of guitar riff in there as well from Kurt, of course. And again, Kurt is very well known for his voice, his screeching and all this stuff. But he was a good guitar player when he really wanted to be, or whatever. Sometimes he could just phone it in. But yeah, at the same time, again, he was a great guitar player, and I think he's been ranked as such in many different lists. And sometimes people blow that off and just think about well, he wasn't that great or whatever. But he really was. I mean, I got to say, he had some intricate riffs in many different tracks for Nirvana, of course. And here again, he's showing off his chops here. And again, this is when the band was obviously wasn't huge as they would be with Nevermind. So it's always kind of, I don't know, it's always fun to hear them back here when they were just kind of starting out. And again, when they didn't have Dave Grohl, like I said, Chad Channing there at the end of the song, I liked his end off there, him just kind of energetic on the drums, especially at the end. And again, it's just, I just love the whole, I guess, meaning of the song. It is kind of relatable in a way. At least for me, I guess you would say, some people, and for many other people, I guess, who think maybe they could be doing more, but they just, they don't have the energy, or they don't feel like that, or they're anxious about it, or they're depressed and they just can't get up out of bed. I don't know. All this stuff comes to mind. And of course, these are things that Kurt obviously was dealing with, mental health and such. And, he just kind of didn't want to do more or whatever. He didn't reach his full potential, I guess you would say. But then, of course, years later he would, and then he'd be gone, years later as well. Not too long after the song came out, of course. So yeah, I mean, my God, like, is it just a riot, with Kurt, and Chad here? It's just like, what else can you say? Just grimy as hell and dirty. Such a great bass line. That's obviously a big takeaway here. And then Kurt's voice is just, he's just emoting so well. And he wasn't, he did it so easily with trying to show how he felt. His emotions came out in his voice, and it was just very easy to feel what he was feeling. So anyway, going on to these lyrics now. So, and if you wouldn't mind, I would like to blue. And if you wouldn't mind, I would like to lose. And it's just like, I would like to lose. It's just, that kind of loser mentality is already coming in here. I don't, I'd rather lose, whatever. And if you wouldn't care, I would like to leave. Now, again, that line just felt a little kind of relatable to me. I would like to leave. I'm just imagining, and this doesn't even have to do with anything about the song, perhaps, but I would like to leave. I'd like to go back home or whatever. That's just what comes to my mind. I would like to leave where I am right now and just go back home to my safe place. Anyway, and if you wouldn't mind, I would like to breathe. And then we go into the chorus. Is there another reason for your staying? Could you believe who we knew, stress or strain? Here's another word that rhymes with shame. And again, it's just like, what word is he talking about? And this reminds me of Smells Like Teen Spirit. Obviously, they're probably the best known song, of course. The line of, oh no, I know a dirty word. And it's like, what word is he thinking of? This kind of a thing comes to mind again. So, what rhymes with shame? Is he talking about fame, or I don't know, anything like that? Again, he makes you think. And again, that's what his lyrics, sometimes he could, be fun with his lyrics, or kind of make them not mean as much, or just, take the piss out of them, whatever. Or sometimes his lyrics obviously, meant a lot. So again, and I think he said as much in interviews and such. Sometimes, he just liked to have fun with his lyrics, and a song like Rape Me or whatever comes to mind. Anyway, then we have the verse again. And if you wouldn't mind, I would like to blue. And then that's repeated again, the same thing from before. And then we have the chorus one more time. And then we have the guitar solo in there, which I said, the guitar riff earlier. But yeah, I guess it was a solo, as it says here, because I didn't know if it would categorize as a solo. But yes, I would say that was a great little solo from him. And as there's an annotation here for this line on Genius.com, this is a good guitar solo. So there you go. And it was, again, I didn't expect that. I don't know, but then we came in here, again, Kurt was showing his chops. Is there another reason for your staying? Could you believe who we knew, stress or strain? Here is another word that rhymes with shame. Yeah. So again, I didn't really realize how much repetition there was. I was just kind of rocking out, I guess. But then the outro, I feel like the outro says so much about what he's saying here. It reveals so much. And, the whole repetition, again, of you could do anything. And it's just, that really kind of goes with Kurt. And I would think that maybe he's talking from his own experience here. He could do anything. But again, it's just all about what you put into that and what you put into wanting to do anything. Pause for a burp there. Anyway, like I was saying, those last lines, the outro really speaks to me probably the most here, I would say, just because of his repetition of you could do anything. It's almost like maybe he's talking to himself, and you're talking about limitless potential. You're talking about not wasting this potential, not wasting your future, but at the same time having troubles, having some kind of difficulties getting there, and something in the way. My God. And so obviously that's part of the struggle in this whole song. But again, so raw, so emotional, so dirty. I can't say it enough. And this was the opener to this album as well, so that's quite the opener. I mean, right off the bat, he tells you how he feels in the song, and you find out the band is pretty goddamn good. And of course, like I say, you know, this is the only album I believe Chad was on, and then we go on, and you know, they bring in Dave Grohl, and then they, you know, they go off into superstardom. I mean, my God. So anyway, I guess that's all I gotta say. So again, I wanted to do this because of Kurt's death anniversary, I guess you would say. And as this video does go out on April 8th, that was the day his body was found. I mean, I know that's, you know, kind of, I don't know, dark to say or whatever in a way, but I just want to say, yeah, so I mean, there we go. But of course, again, a legend. I mean, my God, you know, the voice of one of the voices, I guess you would say, of the 90s. And, you know, his music still lives on today. I mean, my God, you see so many different people, so many kids even wearing Nirvana shirts and they don't even know who they are. But again, just Nirvana is just, they're just, I mean, they're more than a band at this point. They're, you know, they're everywhere. But anyway, I don't know. I'm going on now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Rest in peace to Kurt, 30 years. My goodness. And, you know, a lot of his songs got me through high school. I'll say right now, grunge alone, and Nirvana as well, obviously. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys again soon.